Alrighty guys, welcome to another video. Today I find myself outside of the Williams Hollywood prop shop, which is basically a prop shop where they have different props from different rides, movies, events like Halloween Horror Nights and other events. So let's go inside and check it out. So, coming on over into the left, you got the Universal sign sticker you can purchase. Sold for $20. $1,500 for this. Not sure where it came from, but it's pretty cool.
One sack, please.
Looks like a full dress from a movie or maybe one of the rides. Not exactly sure where everything is from, but mostly everything has its like price tag, and if there's a reference, it'll reference it on here. This one was $119.95, so I'm assuming it's like a real art china ceramic like vase or urn, whatever it is. This is a visual prop as seen in multiple park retail locations. $59. This right here is pretty cool. It's a vintage Russian naval coat. Not sure if it was actually used in some specific ride or movie. If you know, please comment down below and let me know. And then this is an automatic slide. I wonder if it actually functions. Looks pretty cool. Let's see what the price is. For $74.95, I would hope that it actually functions. Automatic slide changer. Over here it just looks like a bunch of the costumes that were maybe used throughout the park. I asked to see if anybody knows exactly from what time they were or what film or ride exactly, but it doesn't seem like they know exactly, and nothing's referenced on any of them. They also have a lot of these signs used for like different carts around the park at different times of the year, and they're pretty reasonably priced. They're not too expensive. Some of them are like $30, some of them are $10, some of them are like $300 depending. But you got Mardi Gras up there, and then Yum Pizza. See, back here we have a bunch of more signs and knickknacks. A lot of them seem to be from like Mardi Gras. But this one right here, which is a seasonal frozen drink, non-alcoholic, for $5.50. Has a picture of the drinks down there. As you can see, like I said, they are pretty reasonably priced, only $10. That's not bad. A pretty big sign that you could use for like a movie theater at home theater. And you know, or if you have like a man cave and you're really into like Mardi Gras or just Universal in general, you got Universal City Walk. How much is that one? That's $100, which for its size I would say is actually still pretty reasonably priced. Rock the Universe, February 1st, which is something that comes along annually. But yeah, a lot of Mardi Gras stuff. All pretty reasonably priced. I mean, just the design and colors alone is enough to purchase something like this and maybe just put it up in a room. This right here is $75. Not sure if you can see that because of the glare, but it looks really cool. 2019. Over here we have the Dame herself. It's actually a statue of Harlequin, but it was used for Halloween Horror Nights 2016, which was the year of chance. And for a reasonably priced $15.50. You're staying here today, girl. Now right past us over here is the room of the hour, which is the Halloween Horror Nights props. Well, not just Halloween Horror Nights, but it's a ton of Halloween Horror Nights stuff. You got this young man's signature. How much is this? I don't see where the price is. It's probably on the back, and I'm not going to touch it. But a bunch of props that look like they've been used in some of the Halloween Horror Nights houses. This one right here, a visual prop, $44.95. Not too bad. Some posters. All pretty cool, and they seem to be decently priced. Over here we have what looks to be the Joker and some of the signage used last year for Halloween Horror Nights. This one for sure was from last year. Non-alcoholic, $4.99 frozen drink, which with the little waffles on the top, those Stranger Things themed. And I think this was for some of the like scare zones, as well as you got these little like posters here. Hand drawn they look to be. $22, and it's the fear of the small or tight spaces, claustrophobia. That's the definition of claustrophobia. Interesting. Looks like a bunch of like different Sam Hain drawings and different scenarios. It almost makes him look like the gingerbread man. Right in the front here, you have a bunch of the props from the Terminator ride. Cyberdyne display, visual prop. Only $500. Another Cyberdyne Systems sign right there. And then right below it, it is the Halloween Horror Nights 2018 visual prop for $200. Honestly, if I had the money to spare, I'd definitely get this for like a man cave at home. It's pretty large. I mean, I'm 6'2", that is my hand. It's a pretty large prop, and it's in pretty good shape too. And then over here, you have HHN repository lanyards, 25 cents a piece, or 10 for $1, which I've already gone ahead and purchased 10, which I think I will be giving away to some viewers in a giveaway. They're actually pretty cool. I mean, for 25 cents a piece or 10 for $1, I think they're a steal. Stay tuned for that giveaway. Over here we have a prop from The Mummy, the Dark Universe version, which had Tom Cruise in it. It's basically the movie that could have gotten our ride refreshed and updated, but unfortunately it did not do very well in theaters. So those plans were basically nixed. But for $200, you could get this in your house. The movie, or the Mummy movie sign, as seen in multiple park locations. What is this? I have no idea. I mean, it looks like some type of tool, but I don't know what it was used for. Oh, here's another one of those Halloween Horror Nights signs. $200 as well. Alright, I'm back over here. We're kind of getting towards the end. More of the signs for seasonal drinks. They all look like they were from last year's Halloween Horror Nights. And if I had the space, I would definitely put these up around the house. Mostly this one right here. Games of Skill and Chance. Hot Shot. And then seasonal frozen drink, once again, $4.99. These are the syrup and waffles and candy corn, which were the Stranger Things themed drinks, and just $10. Once again, I think that is a great price for a piece that you could use to decorate a man cave. This one is $100, so I'm assuming, I don't know if the material or this is just a more highly sought after sign because it's larger, but the other one seems to be $10 as well as this one. And then we got this skeleton here that is a prop from Halloween Horror Nights. It's the Voodoo Bride for $999. Let's check her out. And we got this little cupboard over here with a bunch of small little props. All pretty small and creepy, but pretty cool all in all. It's just cool to see a shop that has this type of item for sale. Oh, look. I did not see this earlier. How much? How much? $5. That's not bad at all. For a Halloween Horror Nights sticker, I might end up getting myself one of these. I don't know what these drawings are, but they're $14.95. Looks like a fancy King Kong. This I do know what it is. It's money, but with classic horror monsters on it for $4.95. And it's in a hard plastic protective slip. Oh, it looks like they have different ones. That's actually really cool. This one's in color. It's a $1 million bill. And it's the creature of the Black Lagoon. Oh man, I might have to get one of each. This is pretty freaking awesome. I would pay $1 million for this, potentially, just because it looks so cool. I guess they have different versions for the Wolfman. That's the second version. Jeez. There's all different types of them. I'm gonna end up pulling all these out. The Phantom of the Opera. With classic horror monsters coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year, these guys should be a hot commodity. Damn, there's so many different ones. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm not going to continue going through all those because I feel like I'm going to go through the whole entire basket. And then to round us out over here, we have a few more props and shirts. The Bates Motel. Some other Halloween Horror Nights signs. I can't see the price for that one because it's a little bit far. Let's see, this guy is from Scarecrow the Reaping for $674. And a couple other props down here. This beautiful young girl is just $84. That doll in the casing is creepy. Dolls in general are pretty freaking creepy. And then you got this big mannequin right here, which is Mardi Gras Dia de los Muertos. You got this big Day of the Dead sign back here, next to this huge Universal sign. And then last but not least, the one that I would probably take home and put up right over my bed as like the backing of my bed frame is this 2018 Halloween Horror Nights sign. Let's see how much it goes for. Oh, just $100. HHN 2018 specialty drink mystery sign. Oops, did I just pop that off? Nope, put it back on. There you go, for $100. I think that's not too bad actually. And it's like a kind of like a vinyl plastic material, so it's probably pretty durable. But if you're traveling like myself, good luck getting that on a plane or getting it shipped to you for a reasonable price. It's probably going to cost more to ship it. Oh, and I didn't see that guy. One last spin around the Halloween Horror Nights room. A lot to see, a lot to purchase if you're into that kind of thing, you know, decorating around the house. And then, as I said, stay tuned for the repository lanyard giveaway. Okay, so I actually learned something from the young lady up front. All these items in the store that say the Coop Antiques are actually not from Universal Studios. It's an antique shop that Universal Studios partners with, which makes this item that much creepier. Why is there an antique doll in a mason jar? But there's a bunch of items. Also the like outfits and phones and different things that you saw me reviewing earlier are additionally from this antique shop. So they're all legitimate antiques that functioned at some time and are now here. She did tell me that there's another one, the monster-sized monsters. I don't know what that is, but given that there's so many like actual antiques in this store seems to share a bit of a haunted nature. Items when she comes in the morning are in different locations from where they were when they left them at closing. There's a light also up front that doesn't seem to function properly ever, no matter how many times they fix it, which is interesting. Yeah, so basically over here, everything that we were looking at, outside of the things that have this, are from the antique store that they've partnered with. So like this is from the antique store, the Rooster Coop. So it is a true antique, actually worn by a Russian naval corporal. Did I say corporal? I'm not sure. Interesting. Now all these items mean so much more. I thought they were just items that had been sitting around in like a ride or something like that, but no, they're actual antiques. $124 for this little spout. You put like a drink in there, and interesting. So interestingly enough, I learned a lot more about this store than I thought I would. I thought I was just going into a prop store, but there's also antiques that are sold in there. She let me know that there's annual pass holders that come on a weekly or daily basis just to purchase new items that have been put in there. They've had like Jaws animatronic heads inside of the store that sell like immediately, as well as they've had the cows from Twister. Some of those items have sold for $1,500, $2,000, and been resold in the resale market for anywhere from like $5,000 to $10,000. So some pretty cool items come through here. So if you're in Universal Studios and you're looking around for some pretty unique items, make sure to stop by here. The sign for the store is right there. And once again, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel to show your support. Comment down below and let me know what you thought. And as always, peeps, make sure to ask yourself, have you been edutained?